Count me in.
It's on.
Thisyourstop podcast, Thisyourstop podcast. Search it just like that on YouTube. Like and subscribe. I know everyone says it, but it's important. It's free. Also, share and comment. Talk your shit. I'm Machine Gun Johnny, Johnny Tsunami, Johnny Rocket, Johnny Winfrey, and then we have the boss in the building. Who is this?
You already know who it is. We back to business.
You see it.
New spot.
You see it.
We here. Fuck with us. You dig?
You see it. Real quick.
Thanks for the support, everybody that looked out, liked videos, subscribed to this shit. We see y'all. We needed to step up, so tell a friend, tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? Kick it with your moms. Tell her, like, you know, we plan to have different joints for everybody to be able to, you know, something that everybody can vibe out. Like, I don't expect a lot of people to vibe to my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because my shit is meant for a particular type of people. You know what I'm saying? And I feel we're going to give more podcasters set. You know, you got Johnny and them coming. That's a female podcast with her chopping it up, different females. And mixing males in there too, but more of a female podcast where you going to get more intimate shit with women. You know what I'm saying? From the difference that you're going to get with Crab. You're not going to get that shit with me. We not laying down. We not bowing down. None of that
No one
shit.
said nothing about bowing down.
You dig? So, you know, you might not never catch me on that podcast, but you know, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with everything that come down the pipeline. You know what I'm saying?
There's something for everybody, basically.
And shout out Big Fence. Big Fence is coming with the sports, so don't think niggas ain't working. Everybody working. Fence is coming with the sports. Ain't shit changed. We still here.
What?
Shout
out Big Fence. Speaking of sports, if you're a person of a certain age, you remember the hashtag Malice in the Palace. Even if you ain't, there's like 10,000 documentaries on it, but there's one that came out more recently. It's when a fan threw a beer or a soda on Mr. Ron Artest's Meta World Peace, and he went ham sandwich. He ran up in the stands, and it was
he fucked shit up.
List. But, you know, it was a fight on court off rip. But when the fans get involved, that's when it gets sticky, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Because it just happened at I think it was the Chargers, one of them funny-looking teams that no one cares about.
I think it was the Chargers.
Chargers or the Rams, or one of them blue and yellow motherfuckers. But
might have been the Chargers versus the Rams.
I think so, because they both had the
might
blue
be.
and
I
yellow.
think it was something funny like that.
But in that case, it was fans against fans, and that happens all the time, especially if you're a Boston sports fan. We don't play that shit. But anyway, two sets of fans were having an altercation.
Where was they at? In the Malice in the Palace was in the D. The D is kind of like Boston.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I could tell you about Boston, niggas was not taking them punches and running.
Nah.
Motherfuckers was coming out of them stands. Niggas should know that is the one time there is no racial division, I think, in our sports. I think when we go to sports, especially other cities and motherfuckers come in, I think it's a just you from Boston. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
totally different because I went to a very important, it wasn't a playoff game, it was like a wild card, some shit, in the Jet Stadium. I'm talking about it's me, a couple of other Bostonians. We're probably like one of the only black group in there, but when I say if you had on the Patriots anything, we was linked that day. We was all watching like, you all right? You all right? Because you know them Jets fans, gangrene and shit.
I went to a Celtics game in Atlanta. It wasn't nothing like being home. I can tell you that motherfucking much. And I done been to a Celtics and Atlanta game in Boston. Totally different. But, you know, when we go out of town, you got to understand, too, we the home of the champions. You know what I'm saying? So
and everybody hates us. So
everybody hate us when it comes to sports. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if it's hockey, basketball. We've been tearing shit up
for decades.
Yeah, decades. Like, you know what I'm
Generations.
saying? We're a generation of winners. Like, Bruins, Pats, Red Sox, Souths, everything. You know what I'm saying? Even down to our soccer shit. You know what I'm saying?
Revs.
Like, they tear shit down.
We don't play them games. But my issue is now, because we can go through a whole bunch of shit, because there is some racism that definitely
Malice in the
happens.
Palace, right? Them niggas was right.
They was for sure right.
No bullshit. They handled theyself the way they supposed to. I think if shit went any other way, they damn near would have got stampeded. You know what I'm saying? And,
Like, what else are you supposed to do? You're being assaulted now. It ain't just taunting. I think is out of control as well. When you start saying wild shit to athletes' families and athletes when they're on the court, if you're close enough to touch me, or if you're close enough where I can hear you, then there's a safety issue, I think. But now when you start throwing shit and hitting people and being physical, nah, these people are human.
The wildest shit I think about Malice in the Palace, no bullshit, and I'm a sports fan too, but I can tell you one thing, I respect the athletes, you know what I'm saying? I respect what they do. You know, I understand motherfuckers want to get pictures, niggas want sneakers, because, you know, that shit is memorabilia, you know, that shit raises as time go on, so I can understand that, but a motherfucker touching them, throwing something, bringing family into it, because I could kind of understand you talking shit to a player, he bumming that night, yo, you a bum out there,
Yeah,
boom,
yeah.
boom, boom. But even that to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? But the nastiest shit I seen on that, what was the nastiest part to you on that video? Just through the whole shit. What was the part that, like, you seen and was like, damn, this shit was too far?
I'm talking about even from the fight on the court, because there were the fight between the players, then fans were on the court as well for that. But the issue that really fucked me up is when I saw that cup come flying down. That's what, like, it was already wild, but that set it off for me.
Me was, and I think everybody should look at that, like, no bullshit. And I even was kind of thinking about that shit too. You know, a lot of shit that get taken away, it get taken away because of the people that come to shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when, say, like, they don't do no more meet and greets, that'll be because the niggas fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? So, when I looked at that, I was like, yo, the most craziest part of that shit was when they was going in the tunnel. It was motherfuckers holding cups, like, waiting for this motherfucker to get right.
It was like it was waterfalls.
That was crazy.
Popcorn, ice.
That part right there was out of fucking control. Like, motherfuckers was throwing whole cups, motherfuckers, but just the unknowing of you just turning around and some shit just going, like, that was crazy. And
but they were like 5 deep, like 5 rows deep. All the fans, like,
right. But I'm talking about, like, when they was going in, you can see a motherfucker stop and wait. Like, soon as Jermaine O'Neal walked by, I'm getting him. Like, even he kept bugging out, like, nah, what the fuck? Like, that right there, I think.
And there's really nothing you can do about it. That stinks. That hurts.
Like I said, so you think, what part would have made you start throwing blows?
Like I said, the main visual that comes to my head is that full cup, and wasn't an empty cup. That full shit just came, because it was like perfect aim, like it was like laser focus. That shit.
I think if I would have been going through that tunnel, I think all bad. I think I could have held myself with a lot of that shit I was going in. If, you know, probably putting a nigga in a headlock. I think I could have went without really trying to hurt a motherfucker. But I think the tunnel, I think all bets was off. That shit was off. That shit wasn't even no go to the locker. That was, we are going back out. Fuck. They gotta fuck, like, because that was just, I'm telling you, like, and I'm not even one of them dudes for, like, you know, some shit has to be next level to be like, yo, that shit was heinous. I never use shit like that in a joint, but that cup shit was like devilish.
Y'all see this?
That
Something
shit
has to be heinous for you to go ham.
No, I'm saying to say some shit was heinous.
Oh,
like,
okay. To
a
describe.
motherfucker getting into a fight, but now a nigga say, yo, put your teeth on the sidewalk. That's heinous.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that cup shit, if you can see people's eyes and motions, it was like
Possessed. They was
motherfuckers was
possessed.
out to really hurt them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a difference when I looked at that part. I had to rewind that shit back like 3-4 times. Like, look at this nigga with a cup. Look at it, because it was just dudes really, and then you don't even know everything that was thrown. Because that was just the bullshit we seen.
Mm-hmm.
It was so much shit to where
it was food items.
dudes was trying to cover dudes and couldn't even cover them. Shit was still penetrating. And they caught, like, I want to say Jermaine O'Neal and Tusk might have caught it the nastiest going in. And everybody that walked with him through there caught it crazy.
I was big and grown when this happened. I remember it in real
Shout
time.
out to their security, because they fucking security ate that shit. That was crazy. So shout out to their security.
They damn near had them in headlocks trying to get them out and cover them.
Right.
Like, cover them and get them out. Like,
to you to take all that's real security.
that's your J.O.B.
That's like motherfuckers throwing rocks. You just cover me and you run. Nigga, that's real security.
That's your real job. It ain't top flight.
Niggas don't be doing their real job.
Well, anywho, like I said, I was big and grown when it happened. I remember it in real time. I saw maybe 1 or 2 documentaries because there's so many of them. I couldn't bring myself to watch this latest one that came out because it really makes my neck hot. Like, it makes me feel angry. And a lot of shit can get to me going, but just watching that shit, I can't. That's like slave movies and all that type of shit. I can't watch that documentary no more.
Nah, and that's something that really too.
Even the homie, what's his name, Jackson, he was like, I'm not talking about this shit again.
Yeah, that shit gotta be crazy. Yeah.
Like, not only did you live it, you got to keep talking about it and reliving it and re-feeling it. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to what's the name too, Jermaine O'Neal, because it seemed like he lost the hardest out of all them niggas. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like his career was really cut short, and I do remember at that time it was real high hopes for Jermaine O'Neal. Mm-hmm. I remember he was balling heavy then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was on some might be the next shot. Because I remember they was trying to, like, compare Jermaine O'Neal to Shot. He wasn't on that level. That shit was just all comparisons. That shit was
right,
nothing
if you had
true.
to compare,
yeah.
Like, you have to compare it.
But now that shit was, that Malice in the Palace is crazy, but I think they should build some type of shoots over that. I really do. Like, over... like when you walk in,
the tunnel,
boom.
So you can't throw shit over,
even if it's see through.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't throw none. You can't reach them. And y'all fucked that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that shit was so heinous. That made me like, yeah, fuck shit. Niggas have to do these tunnels up, like, in case this shit happen again. What else? And now we have real shit at these games we could throw.
But then, do you remember when courtside Karen, I think they called her? When little Karen and Bron was getting into it, because they was on. Now you can't build a barrier when you're courtside, and then when you're courtside, sometimes these courtside motherfuckers be belligerent and drunk. They got the money. They think they can say and do whatever because they're entitled. I think that's way too close. But what are you gonna do? Build a barrier at courtside too? You pay for that experience, but people take advantage.
I think definitely, I know it'd be hard because that shit's a lot of real money, you know what I'm saying? But like they was saying, and they waited too long, because from Malice in the Palace, not the dude that threw it, but the Puerto Rican dude, they was taking his season passes right after the game. But he ended up getting into all this shit during. So imagine if they would have removed him earlier. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know to them, that be losing money, motherfucker, having season passes, depending on how close it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it is, but I think that's something you have to protect them players, because it's crazy to let them get mobbed. You know, everybody gonna have a bad game. We fuck what job you do. everybody has a bad day, and
at your job.
Right, and we all have bad months sometimes. Damn, this shit was a Monday just feeling shitty. I ain't want to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through that shit with this podcast and shit. So it's like you do go through, damn, I ain't hit the way I want to hit, and you fuck it, man. I got to get back.
I think the proximity is the problem. Like me, I can't afford courtside seats. I'm at least 10, 20 rows back if I can afford that. If I'm like, boo, you suck, good, like, okay, but if I'm like between the first and 5 rows, first 3 rows, you're too close, I think.
I think
to be talking wild shit.
I think us that go really don't go for that.
No.
There's people that go for that haggling shit. And, yo, I'm going to talk shit all night to LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting on his side. I'm like damn near 3 feet away. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers do that. But,
it's messed up because that should be part of sports. Like talking shit is a part of sports, but I think people take it too far.
And then I do think that though, long as a person don't touch you, call you something wild, long as they keep it basketball, I feel a person that pays should be able to say what they want, because at the end of the day, these are top athletes. These are top athletes that are being able to play under pressure. You know
but some people take it too far, and you don't know that Joe Schmo that just came up on these tickets in the 3rd row, I think that happened to Russ Westbrook. Someone called him a nigga or some shit, and then it went left. You know what I mean? Like
That's too
take
far,
it too far, but you can't control everybody.
If a motherfucker, you walking by, the motherfucker like, damn, Russ, you a fucking bum tonight. It is what it is.
That is what it is.
Basketball, like, and that's what I mean. Like, I say that about this podcasting thing. I see so many podcasters get into it, and they go from like having words with each other to really like going at each other's family, going in it like, nah, keep this shit some podcasting shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like sports.
Keep it relevant.
You gonna talk shit about tonight, or maybe the last game, but you can't go into like, personal. Oh, and that's why your son's a bum too. Like, nah, you can't do no that certain shit. Yeah, it's a thing of going too far in anything. I think everything that we pay for, we have an opinion about. We are able to have an opinion if we paid to be here. You know what I'm saying? So you have a right to be like, yo, this shit sucked. Or, yo, they put on a fucking clinic tonight. You know what I'm saying? I came and got what I expected. Some people come and look for LeBron to have a bum-ass game. And it be like, I was there at that game. The game when the motherfucker only scored 6 points, I was there. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on what you coming for as a fan. You know what I'm saying? Most of us we go to chill. We watch this shit so long on TV. It feel good just to see it in person.
Different.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just the atmosphere.
You really feel in the game.
I went to a Pats game. When I say I was in the very last seat, you know when you're watching the game and the lights is shining over, we were in the very last seat and it was brick cold. January. I had the best time. It was so cold, but I was there. They looked like ants on the field. But I had a great old time.
To enjoy yourself, you know, and that's what I say. Like, it's like when dudes go to a comedy show, jump on the stage. Nah, you shouldn't be doing that shit. Or you go to a concert, you start throwing shit. Nah, you shouldn't, you bugging out. Like, and then you have to think they're human. So if I say, fuck Wayne, man, that fucking song suck, man. Fuck you do that song. That's one thing. But I motherfucking throw something at the nigga. Now that's different. Hold
trying to touch people.
You know what I'm saying? Period. Like, and it go vice versa. Jew niggas don't know, and I probably shouldn't give it up right now. But that same situation happened with, I think it go vice versa too. Because the same situation happened with Nori. Nori doing his song, that what joint throwing water. Niggas was like, yo, chill, bro, with all that water shit. He didn't chill, niggas jump on stage. And I think it's both ways. You have to know your front crowd you can surf with. You just can't look in the crowd and see certain and be like, oh, I'm going to jump in this motherfucker. Like, niggas ain't catching you.
You got to read the room.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, I think, get trapped in this, I could do it anyway. You know, even rich people that go to these games, I could do this shit anyway. What are they going to say? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point with entertainers.
And the entertainers looking at the same way. I'm on stage. These people love me. I can do whatever the fuck I want tonight. And that's how they feel when they come on stage. And that's what I mean about, like, it's cool to have a favorite rapper, somebody inspire you, somebody that you feel, damn, he from the neighborhood that he done came up. But we have to draw the line. You know what I'm saying? Being a fan have to be somebody that, you know, you fuck with this person, you like their image, whatever it is. But it's things you can't pass being a fan. Just like there's things I think we don't want them to pass. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker wouldn't want Mike Tyson just come up and ain't gut shot you. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll feel that shit was out of line. So it's like I feel on both lines we need to look at that, because if not, this shit definitely gonna get to where it ain't gonna be no more meet and greet.
They're gonna get back to how it was in the middle of the Rona when there was no fans. But they're gonna lose too much money, so that's too far. They ain't gonna do it.
And not only they gonna lose too much money, motherfuckers cried when that shit wasn't no game. Motherfuckers was ready to go to game.
Risk it all to go to the game.
And that's what I be saying, like motherfuckers gotta start going to shit and doing the right thing. And I feel especially with like us black people shit. Going to things. We gotta go to enjoy shit. You know what I'm saying? And stop going to tear shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like we all know shit that was popping in the neighborhood that ain't popping no more because of some shit that went on there.
For sure. But, and there's always a but, everybody tears shit up. I used to be on the hair and makeup circuit very hard, and I'm talking about white, black, everywhere in between. Of course, things happen with us in our neighborhoods, but the most crackinest shit I've ever seen was at European or white parties after these fashion shows I used to work. Oh, I'm talking about they be losing their shoes.
But the thing is, man, and we
talking
always,
about Gucci shoes. I'm talking about throwing bottles in VIP.
We always
in
take
the party.
Away them points when we like, yo, you know, see the thing that's different from our shit, and we was just talking about this, like, how the Ricans be in Franklin Park, and we can't be in Franklin Park like that. You know what I'm saying? Because our shit is not just a fight, and that shit really a killing. Niggas lose their lives. A couple people lose their lives over shit. It's like white people shit do be wilder, but it be what, a couple fights. Maybe somebody threw a bottle, motherfucker. But it's rare. It's very rare. It was a white party. You heard kid got shot 6 a.m.
No, they didn't get shot, but they got stomped. I'm talking about what I seen with my own eyes. Stomped out. Could have got killed with 10 Euro trash niggas jumping one.
Right. But you
Euro
have
trash.
to think of when we're coming and we're playing with guns. It's a different. It's a different joint, and I even say that with like the Ricans. How many times do you know what I'm saying? We heard them clap shit up in Franklin Park. You don't never hear that, but they could be out there at 7 a.m. And granted, you know it'd be misunderstandings out there. But see, that's what I'm saying. When motherfuckers looking at it, it's a chill thing, because it's like, bro, we trying to do this shit next weekend. We try to come out here every Friday, Saturday. So if we let you do this, it fucks it up for all of us. But see, we be in situations to where we won't say nothing. Fuck it, yo, let them niggas, you know what I'm saying? And shit done with us, like clubs, events, shit, it's mad. Rappers done been shot at, you know, their show. It's rappers that done shot into the crowd at they show. That shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even when you go to a rock and roll show, you might hear a bang. Niggas guitar. Somebody got stomped out. Ambulance came. But it ain't, yo, niggas start just shooting the club up. You know what I'm saying? So I think some of those things, like, we have to look at the violence we bring. You know what I'm saying? It's like growing up. I remember when, you know, grandmoms and them used to say that, like, yo, I remember when it was just fist fights.
See?
You know what I'm saying? Dudes would go on the street and we'd just have a
Bang
fight
it out.
in. You know what I'm saying? And that's a valuable thing. I never realized that when it was like, you shoot a dude, you can be out of here yourself, or you can go to jail the rest of your life. But if you fight, win, lose, and draw, both of y'all come outside tomorrow morning.
You live to fight another day.
You dig? So if you feel every day for that week, yo, I need to get my one back, you can try and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, but even with that, when we fight, look at it now, I really seen like women at an all-time high, like fighting to really fucking hurt each other. Like females used to fight, grab some hair, pull hair out. Yo, she pulled the whole side of my joint out. Now, nah, chicks is like, I'm stomping her head into the ground. Like, I'm really trying to hurt this girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, violence is at an all-time high. And I'm not even saying, like, violence ain't high, but I'm talking about, like, we try to take each other out. Like, we don't fight each other like, we try to, and that's what I was asking about that video when we was talking about it. Was talking about violence. Dude fucked around and got into it with his girl. Police came. We gonna end up talking about the video on another one. So if y'all don't understand, at some point y'all understand. But dude got into it with his girlfriend. Somehow police came to the crib. They came to the crib because he was putting his hands on her. Then when police came, somehow they get in the car, they dip. The shit runs into a high-speed chase. They drag them both out. You know, on some rough shit. This shit done got crazy. He's like, yo, chill. Y'all illing on it. Y'all doing that to a woman.
That you was just fighting with?
Yes.
Oh.
Like, that's how crazy our psyche be. And mean it, though.
You doing that? You doing the same thing to my girl that I was just doing to my girl.
Right, but I don't like it because you're doing it.
Only I can beat up my girl.
That's how we really have these visions, like, and it's not even just a man. Like, me and you could be going at it. Dude could walk up and be like, hey, yo, shorty, you know you shouldn't. Shut the fuck up. Mind your business. I done seen that happen.
I've definitely seen it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen two motherfuckers fighting and then jump the motherfucker that was trying to break this shit up. So it's like, yo, we are, man. It's like
it's a catch-22. You should mind your business because you can get hurt, but then you don't mind your business and then you find out that he shot her in the back of the head.
One more question before we close out. What was I going to say?
Black women bad, black men good. Go.
That was kind of what I was thinking.
I know.
But
while you're thinking about it, as a fan of anything, any genre, any sport, any music, the people that you are a fanatic about are human as well. Just keep that in mind when you're having a good time. And athletes and superstars and celebrities, you don't need to be a punching bag, but also remember that your fans are human as well.
Yeah, they.
Take care of yourself and each other.
But you already know what it is, man. This was another one. Just coming at y'all. Get y'all something real quick. Little street treat. We want to chop it up.
Go Pats.
Yeah, they. Go Sox.